Hey everyone, this is the Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel. I am but a humble ink and superhero merchant, your friend Ethan Van Sciver at DC Comics. Hi. So let me put this aside here and let's talk about a comic book for just a few minutes, and then I'm going to get back to work. Let's talk about HAWKMAN number 13 here. Drawn by me, written by Geoff Johns, inked by Mick Gray. Okay, so 2003. I was working at Marvel Comics under a 2-year contract, and Joe Quesada, who was nothing but nice to me, good guy, called me up and basically said, "Hey, it's not working out, and we're gonna release you from your contract." And I went, "Oh." And I went, "Okay, great." So I went back to DC Comics. I wasn't happy at Marvel. I know that might sound like sour grapes, but well, it's kind of true. We'll talk about that a little bit in another video. Called DC, called Geoff Johns. Geoff was like, "You want to do an issue of HAWKMAN with me? I'm currently writing HAWKMAN with artist Rags Morales. He could use a break. You could do a fill-in issue. How does that sound to you?" And I said, "That sounds great. Number 13. Yeah, I'd love to draw HAWKMAN number 13. Here's a nice cover by Andrew Robinson." Now, the thing about it is that when you come in and do a fill-in issue on a book, on a title, the creative team is already in place. I'm just replacing one guy. I'm replacing Rags, but the cover artist is already, this is his job, so he's going to do the cover, and I am going to only do the pencils. I'm not going to do the inks because this is this man's job. So I'm happy to fill in here. Any chance to work with this man is a chance that you got to take. So let's have a look at this. All right, so look, to start with, I was living in Orlando, Florida, and I like to have a little Red Bull in the morning before I start my day. I like to get a little caffeinated so I can focus, get a little buzz, and sit down and really enjoy doing detail work. You need like focus. You need to stay focused on your work, and you need to be able to just kind of take the time to do all the detail. And yeah, it does take a lot of time. So went to Costco, and at Costco, they didn't have Red Bull that day, but they had a case of drinks, like caffeine drinks, energy drinks that looked like Red Bull, except instead of a Red Bull on it, they had a Red Devil. Okay, they had a devil on the cans, and I thought that was weird. But I went ahead and I bought them, and I was going to just drink those while I was working on this particular book, HAWKMAN number 13. So we began. We drink a Red Bull, or we drink a devil drink. I'm sorry, not a Red Bull, a devil drink. And we start. And here's the museum. And it looks like a Hawk girl, Kendra, is being arrested for something. And these men are telling HAWKMAN to buzz off. He's trying to figure out what's wrong. She's not telling him. And we'll skip this page. We'll go right over here. We'll get back to this page in a minute. This page means something. So HAWKMAN, oh, look at this. Nice silhouette work here, kind of. Nice lighting. I like it. Just lit up by all the police cars and lights. We're just kind of indicating the background with a white line here, a black line, and leaving this all white space, which is just colored quickly. We don't want to draw focus away from this here or this here. These are the two actions that we want to see, and then this is just the result of this. So sometimes you got to drop back the background so that the action doesn't get lost. Thing about storytelling, job number 1 is to figure out exactly what the panel is trying to convey. The primary thing it's trying to convey, secondary thing it's trying to convey. Now, if you can do both of those two things easily and still do a nice extensive background, absolutely do it. But job 1, what is that panel trying to convey? HAWKMAN walking away from a smashed police car. That's number 1. Number 2, these cops, alarmed, startled, running away from him, intimidated. Okay. So, yelling at Hawk Girl, she's yelling back, and she's sad. That's a great panel. Good lighting there. Yeah, really nice. And then again, a good use of silhouette here. We're inside the police car looking out at HAWKMAN. Her motivation is very much in mystery. It's in doubts and question. HAWKMAN doesn't get it. He's lit up in red. He's angry. He's frustrated. She is a big question mark, okay? He watches them drive away. And then wake up, have another devil drink, begin another day's pencil work, just pencils. As we go into this beautiful museum, this is a 2-point perspective. I'm going to teach you that in a little while. 2-point perspective is very good for naturalistic environments. It doesn't convey, it's not meant to convey movement or action. It's meant to convey space. And again, it is very natural. It just looks like a room. You don't even look at it. Okay, so here we have Civil War memorabilia, which was a lot of fun to pencil. This cannon, and here's a case with a lot of pistols from the time. Here's one of these awful submarines that they invented the submarine during the Civil War, I believe, and they were just big iron tanks that people kind of died in because they would just sink to the bottom of the water. They didn't have very good means of propulsion. That's okay. Look it up. It's fascinating. They actually found one. And the crew was still inside it. This was like 10 years ago, just at the bottom of a lake. The crew's still in there. Where's Dad, Mommy? I don't know. Well, he's inside a big, gigantic lead tube at the bottom of a lake. All right, here we go. Here's HAWKMAN, angry. This couple's trying to talk reason into him. Good action shot here. I'm very much following the Rags Morales method of storytelling. This is his book, and he's established a kind of natural grid style storytelling. There's not a lot of dynamism in the actual layouts. Okay, it's just about what's going on, and we're seeing this like it's a movie, so we're going to keep everything within the frame. This is interesting here. This is good. We want to just focus on this. We had a black wall back here. We're going to drop that back to cross-hatching here. Just now it's gray. It's fuzzy. I've made it blurry. I don't know if these expressive kind of explosion lines were necessary. I think they distract. But, it's okay. I mean, it's not a problem. I just wouldn't do it today. Yeah. Wake up. Have another devil drink. Hawk Girl in the police car. This guy is up to no good. Now, here's the thing. Drawing a car chase scene in a comic book, very difficult, really, to convey the movement of an object that doesn't, in and of itself, like it doesn't have limbs. It's not like it's a horse that's galloping really fast so that you can exaggerate its limbs. This is just a car. So how do we convey movement with static, still panels in a car chase scene in a comic book? Well, I'm going to try a couple of tricks that I'm going to show you. They're not the best. I'm not saying I'm the best at this by any means. These are actually very simple, but it's a problem that if you're going to become a comic book artist, you may confront. Okay, so we're in this police car here. Hey, that guy, he just peeled away from the group. What's going on? Again, exaggerated movement here. This is almost like a panel I would draw for the Flash. Here's a stationary car or a car that's going at a regular pace. This zips around the corner like a Hot Wheel, just up on its 2 wheels on the side here, screeching. That's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. This guy's head is way too big. Okay, so how do we show movement? Again, long panel. We want to span the length of the panel. That shows that we're going really fast. Here are these guys in the background that we can compare him to. They're going slow. They're just sitting back there really small. And he's going really fast, and he's actually almost off the panel. So he's actually cleared the length of this panel. That shows movement. Okay, good. Nice expressive shot of Hawk Girl learning something horrifying here. Interesting lighting work. I wouldn't do that today, really. And then again, more of this grid panel. I mean, this is... hats off to Mick Ray, who really did a nice job getting in there and supplementing and complementing my line work. This is just really, really great stuff here, really clean. This is the way that I draw today with this kind of slate hatching and texture work. And he went in and he did a very nice job of duplicating and actually, I think, making it even better. Here's a Civil War hero or general. I don't know who this is. I just pulled him out of a book and put him on the wall. I actually did no research. I just had a book about the Civil War so that I could do these I could reference for this background, these background elements here. So maybe somebody who's a Civil War expert can tell me who that is. I don't know. Look at Hawkman here, good wings. I love drawing Hawkman. Yeah, more uniform. She's walking away. This is good stuff. This isn't bad. I put on my A game when I'm working with Geoff Johns. No doubt about it. Yeah, there's a spooky coffin. Now, I'm not sure who would display a coffin in a museum this way. Seems if it's occupied, it's a little odd. There's a noose hanging there too. That's double odd. Who knows? I just draw what I'm told to draw. Yeah, they're both like, hey, did that coffin creak open? Do I need to do something? Nope, you don't. Just chill. Yeah, good stuff here too. Look at this. This is actually 3-point perspective, in the sense that, wow, okay, so there's a vanishing point up here. It's leading down here. There's a vanishing point way over here. And there's a vanishing point way over here. Right here, right here. No, down. Yeah, our eye level is right here at the border. This is the horizon line. I'll teach you 3-point perspective too pretty soon. And we're going to carry it over to this gentleman. We're still beneath him looking up. Something goes off in his right ear. Yeah, this is, I don't know, his eyes are too big there. I would fix that today. We're still inside the car. And he seems to, he's a threat to Hawkgirl. And it looks like Hawkgirl has had trouble with a police officer once when she was a child, so she is traumatized by this. Good standard use of doing a flashback sequence. Just, you know, I would tell Geoff I'm going to knock it out to black and white, so it's actually going to look like an old movie. Black and white tells us it's old. So, you know, that's, even though I'm sure color television and color movies certainly existed when Kendra was a little girl, black and white still sends us a little subliminal message that this happened a long time ago. So it's handy. Skip this page. Gotta skip some stuff here. Yeah, again, Screech. This is not the best use of movement here. It's okay. I had it breaking the panel border. I guess I'm getting sick of being constrained. And as he turns the corner, nice shot of Hawkgirl. Hitting her head. She's handcuffed. We had to show that, so we put her arms way behind her back. We get to show her nice boots, which I really, really like. And her seatbelt is not on, by the way. Let's emphasize. She did not buckle up. And she hits her head real hard. Look of pain on her face. That hurt. And this guy's just, he doesn't care. Oh, it looks like a page came loose here. Staples are missing. And this might be the only copy of this book I have. I should buy a couple more. And here we go. She's handcuffed. She's going to, wow, this loudmouth. Here's a stat and a close-up stat. So you can do that too. Speaking of stats, don't need to redraw this twice if I'm trying to meet a deadline. Stat, let's bring it closer. Still the same face. She's pulling the handcuffs off with her boot heel. That's kind of a nice sexy shot. In the back seat of the car. And then... You mess with the wrong girl, dude. You're about to find out. Boom! Breaking through the glass. We are now going to choke you out. Car goes off the road. Boom, 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 boom. You know, Frank Whiteley taught me one thing. He said if you want to make something seem big, like a big event, it's almost a good idea to draw it small in comparison with its world. And so this police car going off the cliff. I drew it very small against the moon. This is kind of like E.T. I don't know what the E.T. soundtrack sounded like. I forget. Going down the hill. Might be a little bit silly. I don't know. And then sploosh right into the water. Now is a good time for silhouettes because the car's on fire. Let's make it easy on ourselves. He pulls himself out, runs away. Hawkgirl's still inside. He's gone. Stat this panel again. We're at the same shot, but this guy has fled. Drink another devil drink, wake up, do an entire silhouette page. This was a quickie, and boy did it work great. Everything's on fire. Here comes this beautiful angel of a superhero with his wings against the flame, rips the car to pieces, pulls out Kendra. She gets her wings and her helmet, and now we're two superheroes. We're gonna find that dude. We're gonna find him. Yeah, nice shot of Hawk Girl there. More devil drinks. Now at this point, oh, that's really good too. I like that. It's a good shot. At this point, I'm waking up in the morning and something's not right. It's been about 2 weeks of me drinking these Red Bulls, these fake Red Bulls with a devil on them. And my eyesight's going blurry, and it's really strange. And I'm still drawing pretty well. I mean, that's a dynamite shot of Kendra. Really good. But I'm losing my balance when I'm walking around. And it's odd. It's really, really strange. So then, here's the splash page. I'm taking it easier on myself now, because I'm not feeling well. Something's wrong. Fighting. Oh, look at that uppercut. Boom. Right across Hawkman's face. And then we get to Gentleman Ghost here. Good shot of that cop. I love Gentleman Ghost. He's kind of an amusing, scary character. I finished this page, and look, I'm pouring my heart into the background. I'm drawing moss on logs and stuff. I still had 1 page to go. And now something's happened. Something's really wrong. I'm waking up, my head is spinning, and I'm throwing up everywhere. I'm sick to my stomach, but like in a weird way, like it's dizzy sickness. Like if you're on a ride at the amusement park and you get off it and you throw up because you're dizzy. That's what I'm going through. My eyes are going back and forth, click, 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 click. I can't focus on anything, so the room is spinning. And people are telling me that when they we had the doctor come over and everything, you look in my eyes and you just see my pupils are ticking back and forth like that Felix clock. And this book, it has to get done. It has to get done. I have 1 more page left to go, and I can't get out of bed. So it's a page where I'm told that Hawkman has to smash the hood of a police car, splash page, with his mace. And I stumble in and manage to draw the cheesiest cheat page. Like, this should have been the whole police car. But look at this. Detail gone. I mean, it's effective. It works. We see how scary the mace is. It's fine. It's just not what I would have liked to have drawn. I was incapable of focusing my eyes or not throwing up. But I did this and I turned it in. And then everybody was trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I was near death for like 2 weeks. I tried everything. I had an acupuncturist come in and say he could fix it, and they stuck needles in my face, and that didn't work. Eventually, after 2 weeks, I started to eat. I hadn't eaten anything either. I was severely dehydrated and sick to my stomach. I could not hold down food, and I started to drink some chicken broth, and I regained my my appetite, and things started to clear up. And I never saw those devil drinks anywhere else ever again. I never saw them in Costco. I don't even remember what they were called. I just remember a black can with a red devil on it. That effed me up really badly for HAWKMAN number 13. I almost died drawing this comic book, but I did it for you, and that's what's important. I'm a lot more careful about energy drinks now than I used to be. So that is the review for HAWKMAN 13. From here, I went on to draw Batman Catwoman Trail of a Gun. You can see my commentary for that issue. That's already up on the Comic Artist Pro Secrets site. It'd be easier, and I'd appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button and click the bell. Tell your friends about this site too. If they're interested in comics, if they're interested in drawing, let's build a nice community here and have some fun. Thank you for joining me very, very much. This is more fun than I ever thought it would be. We just cleared 2,100 subscribers in 5 days. That is massive, massive growth for a YouTube channel, and I owe it all to you guys and the word of mouth and your support. Thank you. We're very close to being able to do live videos and hangouts. So until we get to that point, Spread the word. Thanks very much, and I will have a sketch up later, a little how to draw video, and more comic book commentaries as well. Leave me comments. Okay? Take care. Bye.